Hi everyone, it's Wendy from Stamping with Wendy A. Today I'm going to make a card for one of my card classes. I've got a card class tomorrow. I'm using the Artistically inked set. And I've also got another couple of things ready. So I'm doing a black base today, so I've got myself a piece of black cardstock and I've folded it and prepared that. The designer series paper I'm using today, and I've already cut the pieces. It's from the designer series pack pattern play. So on the other side, this is what you've got, but I'm using the black and white DSP today. I've also cut from the oh gosh, what's it called, Forever Flourishing. So Forever Flourishing set, I've cut this die here, so some leaves. I've cut it in soft succulent. I've done 2 in soft succulent and I've done 2 in vellum. So they're prepared. I've got myself a piece of white cardstock for stamping some flowers, and I've also cut myself a little piece of black, and I'm going to white emboss a sentiment on there. And the sentiment I'm going to use today is from Peaceful Moments, and I'm going to use this happy birthday sentiment. All right, let's get started. Okay, so for the flowers, I'm going to stamp 2 of these and 2 of these. And I'm going to use them in Mango Melody. So because these stamps here are very detailed, they do stamp better if you have less ink on your ink pad. So what I'm doing now is just massaging the ink down into the pad and away from the surface. So when I stamp into the pad, I'm going to get less ink. I might just do a test stamp on a scrap piece of paper. Yep, that's looking good. So I'm going to stamp 2 of these. There's 1. There's 2. And I'm going to stamp 2 of these. 1 and 2. Okay, I'll pop that away. And I'm going to die cut these out. Yeah, I'll do the die cutting now. I will be right back with you. Okay, I'm back. Here's my die cut stamped images. I use the artistic dies, and these were the ones that I used. I will put a link to a video I did on die cutting. So yeah, I'm not going to show die cutting in every video. Many of you know it, how to do it, and those who don't, I'll put a link in the description of a die cutting video. Okay, all right, let's continue. So I'll just bring these in. Oh, what I want to do is I just want to put some dots, stamp some dots onto the middle of these. So these are the dots here, so it's just a little tiny stamp here, and I'm just going to do them in crumb cake, which is sort of like a light brown colour. I'll just do a little test. Yep. So I'll just that's plenty. And if you, sorry about that, that was my phone. Here we go. So if you just noticed, I did turn the stamp around so that the image isn't sort of looking repeated. Just makes it a little bit more, oh gosh, I can't think of the word. Just not too uniform. Yeah, I don't like things looking uniform. I want them to look more random. That's probably the word I'm looking for. Okay, so what we might do is I'm going to do the stamping and heat embossing of this little black piece of card. So I'll just bring in my piece of paper that will, so you can see the card for starters, and also it just collects the white embossing powder. So I just use this, it's like a little powder bag, and what that does, it just removes any fingerprints, any static, anything that might make the powder stick to it, because I only want the powder to stick where I put the Versamark ink, which is the sticky embossing ink. So I'm just lining up my stamp, bit of pressure, and then I will put my powder on. Okay, and put the remaining powder back into the container. There's a number of ways you can do that. You can actually have your powder in a container like this one. This is how I've got my clear. You don't have to pour it back in. But yeah, I've got different few different methods depending on how I felt when I opened the powder. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see, possibly not, but just here on the black there is a little bit of this, like 3 grains of white powder, and I just want to remove them, because if I don't remove them, when I get my heat tool out, you're going to see them, or they're going to become permanent. All right, I'm going to hold this with tweezers because it gets very hot, and I will just heat this up. You can just see the powder starting to melt. There we go. Okay, so that is done. So now the powder has melted, and it's become sort of glossy. I'm not sure if you can see the shine. Okay, so we can put the card together. So I've got my black cardstock, as I said. I'm going to use this one first, and I'm going to stick it down on an angle. So I'll just bring in my Tombow liquid glue. And put that all around. Okay, so it's going on an angle like this, and just hold it down until it sticks. The weather here today is very rainy, very windy, very muggy. So even though it's a miserable day, I have got my fan on, got my window open, so I don't know whether you can hear the wind, But yeah, it's I hate the humidity. I can't stand the mugginess. I just hate that sweaty feeling. Okay, so now this one is going to go on an angle again, but it's going to go the opposite angle, so you can see more of the black and white designer series paper that I put down first, so you can just sort of see it here. All right, so now I am going to stick down my flowers. So just decide where I'm going to put them. So I'll put one there, and put one there. I just want to leave enough space to get my happy birthday on down in that corner, so we might just move them up a little bit, and we'll pop them down with dimensionals. Okay, so move that to the side. I'm going to just leave that there to remind myself to give myself some space. I'll just put the dimensionals just in the middle because I do want to tuck the leaves in underneath. So I'll put that like that. And bring this one in as well. You can see I've got some black ink on my dimensionals here. That was from the other day. It's permanent ink, and it really doesn't matter because it's only on the backing, so it's going to be removed, as you saw then. Okay, so let's pop that one. Actually, before I stick that one down, I'm going to put this on the top here, just so I can line up the second flower. So a couple of dimensionals there. So I'll stick that there in the middle. Okay, so now I can put this on, and I can put it on like that, so I knew where I could put it, you know, and still leave space for this here. I'll pop this one on. So as always, I always ask if you like my videos, if you would subscribe to my channel to help it grow, and of course hit the like button if you like this card, yeah, always I love to hear from you, so do send me a comment and let me know where you are, and yeah, tell me a bit about yourself and what you think. So I'm going to cut these up, or some of them up, just so I can get them all around. So I've just got to cut this one a little bit, so that one can tuck under there. And we don't want very much glue on the vellum because you can see the glue through the vellum, so I'm just going to put, my glue is getting a little bit empty, so what I'll do is I'll just put the glue down here at the stem end and tuck it in underneath, and that does stick up a little bit, and that's fine because that gives that a really nice 3D effect, which is nice to see. And pop this one underneath here, so I'm going to cut that just there, and then we'll see how that goes, if that fits in. Yeah, that's looking good. So pop that in under there. There we go. And we'll find some spots for the green, so we might only use the tip of this one. And where will we pop that? Because remember, we've got to put our happy birthday on, so I might put that on now so I don't forget. Using these leftover edge bits on my dimensionals, so we'll pop that one just there, and cut a little bit more here, put that over there. Okay, so that's going to go about there. Lovely. And then we can decide where we're going to put this. There we go. And cut the tip off here as well. And the same again up the top. All right. I might put a little tiny bit more green down there. Okay. There we go. All right, so that is all of the gluing. I'll just get myself, what will we use? We might use a little bit of the gilded gems. I'll put 3 on. There we go. I must give credit to the person that designed this card. I didn't design the card. I did see it on, I think it was Pinterest. Apologies, I don't remember where. What I did was I did a screenshot of the card, and I actually don't know who designed it. So yeah, just if I can find it again, I will credit the person who designed the card in the in my description. But yeah, that is the card. Yes, I hope you like it. Please let me know. I love it. I think it's pretty cute. Yeah, that's all for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.